Today we're going to be talking about Julio Sagreras, Lesson 1 from Book 2. Book 2 contains a number of really wonderful lessons that all work on specific problems. So I think this is a great source for us as we continue to improve. Let's go ahead and take a look at Lesson 1. If you don't have a copy of the score, it's readily available online. Also, it's a great asset to have in your music collection and not super expensive to go ahead and just purchase Book 2. So however you get it, we're looking at Lesson 1. There's a lot of information that the piece gives us right from the get-go. He says it's an air de barcarola. So he's telling us that this piece is going to be in the style of a barcarolle. A barcarolle translates as a boat song. So there's going to be a gentle sway back and forth with the rhythm. Now if we take a look, the meter of this piece is 6/8. So each measure is going to have 6/8 notes, each grouped in groupings of 3. So we would count every measure of this piece 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. To set that off, he gives us a pickup note in the first measure. So we're going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And that rhythm stays consistent throughout the piece. So he's set up this sway with the way he's built his rhythm. So as we look at that, the next problem that jumps out at us is what to do with these bass notes. So the bass notes start out as open strings, open E and open A. And we want to make sure that those notes don't overlap. So we have to, in the right hand, dampen open strings that we don't want to ring through. So a great exercise right from the get-go is to practice playing with the correct counting and just playing the bass notes. And as soon as you play the 5th string open, dampen the 6th string. And when you play the 6th string, do a rest stroke with your thumb, which will dampen the 5th string. So I would practice 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3. So on and so forth. And in the right hand, when I play the A, I'm immediately damping the 6th string so that E doesn't ring through. Once you have that damping, and now we don't have those bass notes ringing on top of one another, the piece is really a study in parallel thirds. So we get these little 2-note chords that just plane up and down the fretboard, and that makes it really accessible. So the first phrase starts with the pickup in the incomplete first measure and goes through measure 2, 3, 4, 5. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3. Beautiful. That is then answered. So starting in that same measure on beat 6. 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we have this really cool dialogue between the first phrase and then the second phrase that answers it. A third phrase then responds, and this becomes a little bit of an exploration. We add a couple of cool chords. The first chord we add is a nice diminished chord. This diminished chord is up in the 5th position, so you have your first finger on the 4th string at the 5th fret, third finger on the 3rd string at the 6th fret, second finger on the 2nd string at the 5th fret, pinky on the 1st string at the 6th fret. Really, really nice diminished chord. This then goes to a 7 chord, an A7 chord, which is basically going to be 3rd fret, 2nd fret, 2nd fret, 2nd fret. So if we take a look at the third phrase, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2. Ending on a beautiful D minor chord. The next phrase, the last phrase, is the final response. It begins on the 6th beat of that last measure, 3rd line, 1st measure, and it planes up and then finally resolves with the melody on the top 2 strings. So we have 4, 5, 6. With a final A minor chord in the 5th position with a bar. So there are some just beautiful harmonies throughout this piece. Your practice should focus on first solving the problem of those muted bass notes, damping those bass notes so that they don't ring. Feeling the Barker roll, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, that sways back and forth. And with that pickup, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, which really kind of emphasizes this sway. And then lastly, connecting your chords as they plane up and down the fretboard of the guitar and keeping everything extraordinarily legato. I'll give lessons on a number of these Sagreras pieces because I think they're really, really wonderful, and I hope this helps. Again, I would grab the score if you can find a PDF or purchase book 2. There are so many really cool studies.